right, ladies and gentlemen, today is a big day. And like when I say big day, I mean it's a really, really big day at Tanner Holmes Racing. And in life, you just have these big moments, right? You think of the day you were born, you think of your birthdays, you think of making it through school, those sporting events. And don't get me wrong, that's probably for like most normal people. For us in racing, all of our big moments were winning certain shows, or you know, the biggest check we ever won, or the nicest looking trophy. And that's all true too. But today for me might trump it, because I just made my first ever adult purchase. How we doing? Look at this thing. Wow. Just pulled in the driveway. We can just park it right here, right up here. Yeah, just straight ahead here. That's so cool. This thing is so cool. How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Yeah.
Well, where'd you pick up the trailer?
Rochester, Indiana.
And we're now here in Jacksonville, Oregon.
Jacksonville, Oregon.
A little over 2,000 miles. How was the trip?
Oh, it was long.
It was a long one? A lot of weather?
Long, yep.
Well, this is Dana with Independence Logistics. He brought the merch trailer across the country so we can now have it here in Southern Oregon, ready for our 2024 season. So I'm not gonna lie, seeing the trailer roll down the driveway, it was pretty special and really neat. And just a big moment now that the trailer's, finally here and in our possession. So started talking with Dana a little bit. He handed me the keys and we wanted to check out the inside. So let's check it out. Shoot.
Yeah,
wow.
That's pretty.
That's really nice. Everything looks good. They definitely took good care of this thing. So shortly after looking inside, Dana had to hit the road. He is from Michigan, so he had to start working his way back east across the United States. Then my parents came up the driveway and they wanted to just start checking it all out and kind of have the moment that I had, seeing all the drawers and the cabinets and the front window and the tires and just see the whole thing sitting there. What do you think, Dad?
I think, here's a step. Dad needs a step. 118 by 22.
Okay.
So tell him to make it a little longer.
We got to get a sign made for the trailer where, of course, say now Tanner Holmes merchandise sold here. And that'll make it fun because then when we're traveling throughout the country and maybe if we're in your area and you spot us, you know for sure that it's our team rolling up and down the road. So it's safe to say the whole family is super excited about this new adventure and hopefully to towing this thing all across the United States in 2024 to some of the biggest sprint car races in the world. So many of you guys are probably wondering, how are we gonna get the merch trailer from track to track since we already have the rig? Obviously we have the toter pulling our big trailer. Like, what is gonna tow this? And see, that's a great question because we are in the process of figuring that all out still. Of course, this is gonna require to be towed by, a truck. And so kind of what our team is in the process of, working on is basically getting a vehicle that's gonna be suitable to do that job. Right now, we do not have one. My dad does have a pickup that you guys see here and there in the videos, but it has quite a few miles on it. And we've had some issues with it. So we gotta have something that of course is gonna be reliable, travel-wise, multiple hours from here, halfway across the country, whatever the situation is. So being 100% honest, that's gonna be the next piece of the puzzle for myself. And it makes me really excited. It's just a lot to kind of sort out as we're about to begin our season. Now, one more thing to mention, a lot of you guys are probably asking, well, what races will you have the trailer at? And that's also where it does get a little bit messy. We're gonna take it to as many races that make sense. If we're traveling, let's say 7 or 8 hours for just like one night of racing, which that doesn't make sense in general. But for example, we probably wouldn't also tow the trailer. But when we're ripping through the Midwest, when we're running the speed week out here on the West Coast, when we're hitting multiple nights, we're definitely gonna drag this thing because that's when you're hitting the bigger events with a lot of fans and we wanna have that interaction with you guys. And of course, there are some races we just aren't allowed to have it at. The World of Outlaws do have some rules for platinum drivers where they, exclude people or exclude drivers that are not full-time with the series. They're not allowed to sell except at certain events. So of course, we'll have to abide by those rules, but I believe when we're with High Limit in most other series and local shows, I don't think there's really any issues. They probably actually welcome t-shirt trailers. They want to have as many as possible because it adds to what they're doing at their speedway. So the next piece of the puzzle, we got to get something to tow it. I have stickers being printed now. We're also gonna take the trailer in and have it serviced and get new tires on it. And then we gotta get our merchandise inside, and it should just be all about ready to go. So as I end today's video talking to you guys about this next big step for our racing program, I just want to remind you all and thank you, because without my great fans and my community and my supporters and you guys showing up and watching the AT&T race and buying merchandise and supporting me and watching the videos in all ways that you do, this would not be possible. And that's 100% the truth. As I stand here in this empty trailer looking around, and I feel so grateful. Like I said, I would not be where I'm at today. I would not be doing what I do. I would not have gotten the opportunities I've gotten without my great fans. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, and I just can't wait for this season. I think it's going to be our biggest one yet. We have a lot of great things going on. My next video will be about the sprint car. It's that time of year. I've been keeping quiet on it, and I know I've been holding out on you guys, but that's all coming now because we got it all sorted out. Our schedule's done. We got a lot of races to chase, and like I said, it's going to be our biggest year yet. Thank you.